Hello everybody, I am Birama Traore, Head of Enterprise Service Management, in charge of Salesforce and ServiceNow Center of Excellence. Today I'm going to explain you how ENGIE leverage on ServiceNow platform to accelerate its digital transformation regarding different processes. Few words about ENGIE. ENGIE purpose today is to accelerate the transition towards a carbon neutral economy through reduced energy consumption and more environmentally friendly solution. This is ENGIE ambition to foster and to accelerate to help our customers to reduce their carbon activity. In fact, ENGIE, I'm part of ENGIE GBS. ENGIE GBS is ENGIE Global Business Services. Our activities is to help our different BUs, global BUs, and different small entities regarding their corporate function. In GBS, we have different corporate functions, IT functions, HR functions, finance, procurement, facilities, etc., etc. So, the business issues and challenges were, first of all, no single unified front-end experience for our customer. If one customer wants some IT services, some HR services, he go for different way to have access to those services. Sometimes with a portal, sometimes with phone call, sometimes with email, and different kind of thing. And GBS wasn't in the position to measure the quality of our service delivery, etc., etc. And we have also different functional silos between IT functions, HR, etc., etc. For example, if we take one new joiner, he need different stuff. He need to have access to the building. He need to have IT materials for his first day. We need to have some HR information which are already populated in our IT systems. This is the reason we decide to mainly focus on how we can help our end users, our customers, facilitate their life during their journey within ENGIE. We also had some highly processing activities, and for those three reasons, mainly reason, we decide to foster our processes digitalization. So, what we use to do that? First of all, the fact is you can take a lot of tools within the market. We have usually one or two tools who can help you to set up IT processes, to speed up IT activities. One of them, and the major currently, is ServiceNow. This is the reason we decide for ServiceNow, based on what we already perform within IT activities, to leverage to other activities like HR, like facilities, like procurement, and like finance also. Okay, and today our ServiceNow coverage is around 70,000 employees within the group. Provide them a single point of entry to access to the GBS services. As you currently, we have more like 1,100 services which are available for our end user. They can ask for something around IT stuff. If they have an issue with the computer, they can go through the portal to declare the IT incident. If they need the IT stuff like mobile phone, like different things from IT, they go directly through the portal to ask or to request those things. They can do the same thing for HR staff, like if they need to have something around the payroll, or they change, they decide to change from one city to another city, they can declare this change through my portal, our portal. Okay, and if they need also to have access to a particular building, they can ask, they can request those things for our portal too. Our portal provides employee, as I said at the beginning, a single point of entry to access to all the GBS services we put in place for them within the portal, to facilitate also the everyday life of ENGIE employees thanks to a user-friendly portal. As you can see, they have the possibility to chat within the portal. The chat is automatically redirected to the specific let's say service line. If there is a need around IT, it is automatically transferred to the IT guys. The same thing for HR, facilities, procurement, etc., etc. Digitizing services and contribute to performance across GBS function. As I said before, my portal, we haven't any possibility to measure how we deliver things to our customer. Within my portal, we are in the position currently to measure everything we deliver to our end user, to our customer, in fact. And it is a way also to facilitate the discussion we have with our BUs. So it's also improve the service quality management, because based on the fact we are able to say, okay, there is a standpoint here, it doesn't work well. We are able to put the light on this particular point and to set up the action in order to foster those activities. Right now we have different KPIs in place which allow us to really measure the service quality. And so this facilitates the discussion with our customer and with our different BUs. So my portal digital user experience, a quick word on that. What is my portal? As you can see on the right, we have some main functionality we put in place for our end users. They have the possibility to choose whatever kind of contacts they want to use to join a particular operators. It can be IT operators, it can be facility operators, it can be HR operators, and so on and so on. They can use live chats, they can use web callback, they can use also the mobile application we put in place since 6 or 7 months currently. It allows to all ENGIE users, as you already seen within the previous slide. We have more than 70,000 people which are deployed currently. They are able for different functionalities depending on their profile and digital appetite, maturity, with fully digitalized contact portal, mobile application, chatbot, semi-digitalized touchpoint, live chat, and web callback with support team, a physical interaction, meeting with IT expert. They are able to organize a meeting with IT expert with at GBS IT corners, and the same thing for other functions. The cross-channel functionalities of my portal allow end user to choose the interaction mode matching their need depending on their user journey. Okay, so my portal in a nutshell: customer care, performance, and cross BS synergy. First of all, we really want to care to our customer. We really want to how we can say that we really want to meet their need. If user across ENGIE need a particular thing from different corporate function, we are there to meet those needs, and we are there also to deliver those things as quick as possible, and meeting all the SLA we have between us, between the end user, in fact, and us as a GBS. So my portal transversal functionalities, this is all the functionalities we put in place for all the operators and all the corporate function. In those, we have portal chatbot, you have live chat, you have the online check-in. If you want to have specific meeting with IT expert, for example, you have also the mobile application. We also put in place, after defining the core functions, the core services, we decided also to facilitate the journey of our new joiner. I think this is really, really useful today, because when the new joiner comes into the company, he already have everything set up for him: IT materials, building access, kind of HR information already populated within different HR system. We put in place what we call Welcome on Board. Welcome on Board is a kind of functionality from ServiceNow platform. We leverage on it, and we develop this functionality to foster the integration of the new joiner. And we also put in place what we call My Portal dashboard. Dashboard is for us as a GBS to measure all the activities we perform for our user, to measure them, to be sure that we meet our global commitments regarding our views. We are able to measure our end user satisfaction regarding kind of services within the platform, and we are able to see what is the bottleneck, and to put in place different action to avoid this kind of bottleneck. As I've already said at the beginning, you can see different IT services for the portal. We have around 700 services which are available for end users and again IT users too. We have around 200 services which are available in facility functions for our end users. Around 300 services, HR services, 20 finance services, and 10 procurement services. You can see all those activities and all those services are performed and are available to our end users. As you can see, I already said we are able currently to measure our end user satisfaction. We have around 88% of end user satisfaction currently. This is really a big news and a good news for us, because previously, before put in place ServiceNow and My Portal, we are not able to measure this kind of thing. You can see also, as ENGIE purpose is to accelerate the natural carbon ENGIE ambition is to ENGIE ambition and purpose is to go to the natural carbon in the coming years. You can see here for My Portal, we're starting to do something accordingly to the ENGIE ambitions. We have more like 90% of service now paperless. Okay. So how we deliver those things? We deliver those things based on this organization. We organize our delivery through three major towers. The first tower is based on the innovation. Innovation is the key thing. Before to start to deploy something, we are in the position to test it, to see if there is a business case behind that, if it already meets our expectation, what we want to put in place for our end users before to make a decision to deploy it or to have a quick pilot on it before deploying. And after that, we have what we call the project tower. The project tower here, I can say during the last 3 years, each year we set up and we perform around thing like 11 or between 11 and 15 projects across all the functionality we deployed, including IT, HR, etc., etc., etc. And the projects are here to deploy all those services to our end user, including project management, management of change, etc., etc. Because when you want to deploy something, you need kind of communication, training session, to have a kind of corner, the opening days, etc., etc. And we have also what we call the design and factory. Here we have all our business processes, think about how we can improve our processes, what we call the continuous service improvement. What is the bottleneck, how we can improve those things. This is the role after the discussion between our business process owner and our their counterparts in different views. And we have also the run activities. The run activities is here to manage, let's say, the BAU activities, business as usual, based on incident resolution, defect resolution, knowledge fulfilling, and etc. Knowledge fulfillment, etc., etc. So, as you can see also here, we perform all those activities without any freeze. As you know, ServiceNow is a SaaS solution. There is no freeze within ServiceNow. We at ENGIE, we decide also to haven't any freeze with our day-to-day delivery. We are in kind of continuous delivery, no freeze. Our support activities is here from Monday to Friday, and you can see we have one weekly release regarding all small enhancements, all defect fixing. Each Monday we have a push to production in order to foster activities and to avoid some service disruption for our end users. We have one monthly release. It is about kind of enhancement we need to update our let's say communication staff, to update our training staff. We need a little bit communication around the coming functionalities and so on. All those enhancements are included in the monthly release, and we have one annual release. This is about ServiceNow upgrade. As you know, each year we have two major upgrades for ServiceNow platform, and we decided at ENGIE to have one annual release to upgrade our platform. Okay. So you can see here the result we achieved. As I say, it is not really up to date, but we are currently more like 70,000 end users which are deployed, who can access to the portal to ask or to request a different thing through the portal. We have more like 1,200 services which are already deployed. As you can see, since the beginning, currently we have more like 1 million requests which are already submitted through the portal. And the end user satisfaction, as you can see here, is around 88%. This is really, we are really happy to see this kind of KPI. We can show them to our management team, we can show them to our entities, and we can show them to our end users in order for them to see how we manage things for them, how we are behind to operate all those activities for them, etc., etc. So I already talked about on Welcome on Board. This is really a kind of major improvements of the new joiner when we have a new joiner, in fact, at ENGIE. As you can see, there is a different processes within the new joiner HR partner. You can see here significant time saving, process quality improved. This is the word from HR partner. The new hire itself, the procedure is really simplified and digitized, because before to put in place the Welcome on Board, there is a kind of send me an email with all those documents. I receive the document. I need to check them to ensure that we have the correct thing within them, to send to the contract, etc., etc. All those activities are now within ServiceNow, welcome on board. And after all the gathering of new joiner, let's say ID, etc., and the sending of the contract, the sign off of the contract. After that, we have the manager who take the end to create the need of IT materials, the need of building access, etc., etc. And before joining ENGIE, the new joiner have the possibility to see the manager and the teammates, etc., etc., and maybe you can start with different stuff to have a quick chat, to know how ENGIE works, etc., etc. This is really, really a major thing, and you already receive 2 trophies, 1 internal trophies for welcome on board, and 1 external trophies for welcome on board. So if we need to see what is the key success factor or the key takeaway to digitize GBS services, first thing, build single end user enterprise portal across corporate function with ServiceNow, because ServiceNow is already the workflow platform. You can digitize any kind of processes within ServiceNow, in fact. Provide employees a single point of entry to access to all GBS services. This really facilitates things to the end user life cycle within end user life or end user journey within ENGIE. If you want to request a particular thing, you don't need to go through different way, email, phone call, sometime a portal. No, you have only one portal for any kind of corporate function. This is really useful for them. Manage GBS transformation rollout, the quality of service performance, service usage, self-service. Before my portal, for only IT, we have more like 3% of self-service. And currently, we have more like 35% of self-service. This is really, really an impressive improvement. Based on my previous experience, I've never seen this kind of figures of self-service adoption. And so the result we achieve, 90% end user satisfaction, 98% of service paperless. This is really huge. 60 of GBS service automated. GBS key performance, cost reduction, client satisfaction, employee engagement. This is really a 3 key point for to measure GBS key performance. I'm quite at the end. I don't know if you have any question. I'm here for you to answer to them. Thank you.